Hey everybody, what is up? Sean Hatzel here, the owner of Get Lean and 12 and Stubborn Fat Expert, coming at you with a workout that I just completed for day 4 of my personal 30-day challenge, where I'm going to be posting some of my workouts, my meals, our food logs, and then I'm going to take a picture at the end of 30 days and share with everybody on Facebook. So I'm holding myself accountable. Now, Tuesday I did a video on something called the Stubborn Fat Sequence, and I want to follow that up today with something I call ab-targeted cardio. Now, if you didn't get a chance to see Tuesday's video, you're going to want to go back and watch that on our fan page because it had a ton of great feedback. And most people aren't aware of this because this works in tandem with the hormonal condition of people over 35 years old. So especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, go check this out. So today I did something called ab-targeted cardio. Now, when we talk about spot reduction, most fitness professionals know that spot reduction is a myth. Now, if you're working your abdominal region and you think that's going to help you get rid of belly fat, unfortunately, you're sadly mistaken, because all you're doing is working a muscle that's underneath the fat that needs to be burned off. And the way that you're going to burn off that fat is through synergy: diet, strategic high-intensity exercise, and weight training. The synergy of those 3 things working together in today's ab-targeted workout that I'm going to share with you right now will help you burn off belly fat, and potentially can be a milder version of spot reduction done naturally, because there was a study done, and I'll post a reference in the description above this video, that showed when you increase blood flow in a stubborn pocket of fat by working a muscle group that's near a stubborn pocket of fat, like your abs, which are underneath belly fat that you may want to burn off. Study shows that when blood flow is increased to those areas, fat burning is increased in the areas adjacent to those muscles. So you just have to perform the right type of exercise to induce this fat burning, and here's how you do it. You warm up for 5 minutes to stabilize insulin. You have to stabilize insulin before the workout, because when insulin is elevated, it's impossible for the body to access stubborn fat as a fuel source. So go into the workout in a fasted state. If you eat before a workout, it's a healthy choice, but remember, you're going to burn food, not fat. So I recommend that you walk or do some type of low-intensity exercise for at least 5 minutes if you decide to eat before a workout and you can't do fasted training. This will help stabilize insulin as well. Now the body's in a fat-burning environment, so that's step 1. Step 2 is we want to create blood flow in a stubborn pocket of fat. You can tell I just got to do this workout. I'm sweating all over the place. You want to create blood flow in a stubborn pocket of fat. So I immediately went and did an ab routine that targeted my upper abs, my lower abs, and my side abs, my obliques. So I had all 4 regions trained and created blood flow in all 4 regions. Now I need to induce fat burning in the areas adjacent to that. In other words, my belly fat. But how do I do this? Well, I went right over to the treadmill, and you can do any type of body weight movement or cardio movement, and I did high intensity exercise burst of 45 seconds with a 1 and 15-second rest. I call these threshold intervals. They're a special kind of interval where you can't go as hard as you can, but on a scale of 1 to 10, you're going to go at about an 8. This rapidly depletes glycogen, and it does force the body to release adrenaline. Now, this adrenaline is then converted to the hormones that will go target the fat in the areas adjacent to where you just created blood flow. Now, fatty acids from that area are being released into the bloodstream. Now, what you've done is you've created fat loss in a targeted area. This isn't really spot reduction, but science shows it can be effective, especially as you get leaner and you get to the point where you need to lose stubborn fat. Now, this last step is very, very important. There's a process called re-esterification, where your body can take all those free fatty acids that were just released, and it can restore them into another area of adipose tissue on your body. And we call this fat defense. And in order to avoid fat defense, after you do these high-intensity metabolic burst or threshold intervals, it's important that you do at least 15 to 30 minutes of steady state cardio to burn off these free fatty acids and prevent them from being restored into another area of your body. So here is a recap one more time on the ab-targeted cardio. Warm up, stabilize insulin, puts the body in a fat burning environment. That's your primer. 2, create blood flow in a stubborn pocket of fat. So wherever you have stubborn pockets of fat to lose, you could do your glutes, you could do your hips, you could do your, obviously, your abdominal region, you could even do the back of your arms. Create a bunch of blood flow in those areas by doing some type of resistance training. immediately following that, do 5 to 10 high-intensity exercise bursts using body weight or cardio movements to release the hormones that will target fat in the areas where you just created blood flow. Follow that up with 15 to 30 minutes of cardio to prevent those fat cells floating around your bloodstream from being restored into another area. We call this preventing fat defense. So there you have it. An introduction to ab-targeted cardio. I hope I didn't overcomplicate this process. It is a scientifically proven strategy. Again, when I post this, I'll post the link to that study that I referenced in this video. If you got something out of this, give me some hearts, give me some likes. Thanks for following along on my 30-day challenge. I'll be back later today after I break my intermittent fast for 16 hours, and I'll share my first meal of the day. Have a great day and keep going strong.